Hello friend, this is Paper Kitty. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. And I hope that you enjoy this little gluing session. And here you see me. I have a few little envelopes. They're kind of like little plastic ones from the Dollar Tree. And I've separated some of my little fussy cutouts and just magazine images into vintage, and the other one is spring, summer, kind of bright colors, pastels, and then the vintage is more like neutral colors. And then this is my giant unicorn kind of junk journal slash art journal, and I really combine things just kind of intuitively as I enjoy seeing them on the page. This is a very large journal, so it will be a little awkward here to try to fit it in the camera. And so I did go ahead and put that guitar on that side with the girl with all that beautiful dress that's got all those colors. And yeah, one of the things I like about having this very large kind of glue book, junk journal, art journal, is that there are times that I have images that are too large, like this beautiful page that I have been wanting to use, but it's just very hard to use in anything smaller. And so I'm gonna go ahead and adhere it here on this adjacent page. And of course it is peeking through with the little yellow from the background, but it totally goes. I think it looks really cute. I'm really loving it. Makes me very happy. And now I feel like I need to cover up the verbiage on the bottom there, and I'm trying to see if I can add a few more elements. I find something that I can cover that bottom that says color fun, and I think that's a fun sentiment for this spread, because indeed it is color fun here for me, using just these three large main elements, which is the original page with the girl, and then this pretty like colorful bear, and then of course a pink guitar, because who doesn't love a pink guitar, right? So anyway, I'm kind of going through a lot of bits and pieces. Some of them are fussy cut out, some of them are not, but the main thing is I'm wanting to kind of just show you how I do actually use pieces that I have harvested. And as you know, I don't like to keep too much all at one time, especially if I've had the elements for a very long time. I don't really like to keep them for more than a year, so I try to do use it or lose it, and so I really try to use them within the year. So now I've located an image. Again, it's a large image and a pretty napkin, and it just really is calling out to me to do kind of like a mermaid spread. Now this is a fashion, like hair salon magazine, and they tend to have amazing kind of really whimsical images, in my opinion. And it said nothing about a mermaid, but that lady looks like a mermaid to me, even though she doesn't have a tail, and there aren't any scales on her that I don't think. Maybe her costume, but anyway, this napkin is really pretty. It's got a lot of sea life, and I've shredded it into kind of just random larger pieces so that I can adhere it to this calendar page. And then the adjacent page is got this floral, but you know, and sometimes you can get a little bit tacky when you're going with too many prints at one time in one place, but sometimes it works, and I think it works in this one. It is busy, but I still think it works. It still looks cute, I think. So I like it. So yeah, I'm just laying down these pieces of napkin and trying to see how I want to basically frame this lady here, this mermaid. And so yeah, I think I've figured out how I want that. Of course, I use an old magazine that I, on pages I don't use, and so I can glue. And then I use a fabric, just a fabric cloth, cotton, mainly cotton fabric cloth, to just kind of smush, kind of seal the images, the glued images. And so this is what that looks like for now. I do go back and end up doing some more work to this, and so I may do a part 2 of this video to kind of just show some of the pages that I've started up here, and that way you could see what they kind of end up looking like. Another thing about the way I do my glue book / art journals is I don't always complete a page all at one time. Sometimes I do. I rather do so, but it doesn't always work out that way. I think if I force myself to complete a page, there's a couple things wrong with that. Mainly, one is because I don't want to force myself to do that or to do anything unless it's really important for me to do that. And then secondly, because when you force something, it just it takes away a lot of the joy and the fun, and I'm just not interested in doing it just to finish something, And although, like I said, it is a balance, because I also do like to make an effort, a very concerted effort, to complete my pages. So I try to do as much as I can until basically the inspiration is gone. And then it's like I come back to it and do some more. And so, yeah, I thought I'd bring you along and just kind of let you take a look at what I'm doing, in hopes that I can share with you. It's fun for me to see your comments and the feedback, and also I know I get a lot of inspiration from YouTubers that are gluing and doing other beautiful projects and creative projects and creative things, art. So I hope that I'm also inspiring you to do a little gluing. So now this paper, I guess it's a gift bag rather. It's brand new. I don't always use very brand new elements like that, because I can use them as a gift bag. For example, taking out the inside, the bottom part there, so that I can now process this a little better. Also taking out the little handle. And now it's going to be easier for me to grab my scissors and cut. And so, yeah, I want to use this image. Again, it's a very large image, which is why I love my very large art journal glue book here. And of course I prefer smaller glue books for different reasons, but the main reason I think for this is the larger images that I'm unable to use on the smaller books. So here I used my punch, but didn't go through all the way, because this bag is got kind of another material over it. I don't know if you remember, but these bags usually have kind of like a little plastic over them, and so they're real thick. And then this little tag that came with it, it's like a little rainbow, and so I tied it, and it looks super cute, I think, like that. And that may be a cute place to put some kind of a large journaling card or something like that. And haven't done that yet. I do seem to combine my junk journal into things inadvertently. It just felt very natural to do it like that. It just kind of worked out that way. I wasn't actually planning on making it quite like that, but here we go. So yeah, I'm gluing this other page, and I just think it goes with this image. It says happy, and it's an article about emotions, and you know, of course, emotions are important and interesting, but also something that we need to become educated about, because we are responsible for our actions, and so therefore we need to be aware of how we can use our emotions in our benefit and not in our hurt in any way or detriment, because it happens. And so, you know, these are things that I think about when I'm gluing. I like to see nice phrases or articles, and even though I may not put a complete article, for example, just a portion of it is enough for me to be inspired. And so this one says build your creative mind, and again, these are two beautiful large pages from magazines that I am not even gonna cut because I love them exactly the way they are. But you know, in this case, I'm trying to see what I'm doing here, and basically I've ran out of a little bit of that glue, and so I'm dipping into that glue stick with a little palette knife. So that's what I'm doing here. But yeah, like I was saying, I love these large pages just the way they are, and so I like incorporating those kind of pages sometimes just the way they are. Sometimes, like I said, I do fussy cut the images, but other times I don't. You know, sometimes I like them just the way they are. So I might actually glue stuff on top of them. But in this case, I've just basically left those plain just the way that they are. Now I'm going to finish up this video as I'm cutting up this napkin. Basically, I'm going to use a watercolor water pen without any color to go around these flowers so that it'll be a more natural look instead of leaving the hard edges. And I love the way it ends up looking. But the video is going to end before I show you the way this page ends up looking. Like I said, I may do a part 2 to show, you know, how I've advanced these pages. So if you're interested, be sure and leave me a comment in the information below. And give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Be sure and hit the subscribe button if you would like to subscribe. Love you so much. Love you so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye now.